Hello everyone, so this video is going to go over numbers 7, 8, and 9 from the version A CBA review that we've been working on. They're all very closely tied together because they all go over a super important piece of information about triangles, which is the fact that all angles in a triangle have to add up to 180. I don't know why the eraser icon is there, but at least it's still writing. All angles in a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. So that's the key feature that is driving these three problems. So let's take a look at the first one. I'm not going to lie, this one's probably the toughest of the three just because of how it's worded. Make sure to pay attention to that. Which of the following equations does not correctly model how to solve for x? Now, realistically, or I guess ideally, we would start with all three of them adding up to be 180. Remember we talked about the blank plus blank plus blank equals 180 when we talked about triangles? Kind of start from there and work your way down. That might be the easiest way to think about it. So this is 90. Remember that box does mean 90 degrees. We've got a 50 and then a 6x plus 4. So check your equations. Which one of those actually fits this one? Well, option A is exactly that equation. So that one can't be the answer because we're looking for which one does not correctly model how to solve for x. All right, so as we progress through this, let's look at how we can start to eliminate some stuff. Now, it's kind of tricky the way that they do it. So I'm actually going to kind of go through the options one by one and see if it's something that would make sense or not. So let's go to one of the next ones here, one of the longer ones. Let's look at option C. It says 6x plus 4 plus 50 equals 90. Well, right now I've got 6x plus 4 plus 50 plus 90 on this side. Well, how can I get it so it's just 6x plus 4 plus 50? I could move the 90 to the other side. Let's see if it ends up looking like that when I do. If I subtract 90 over here, not combining like terms, don't have to. It's okay if I don't. I end up with 50 plus 6x plus 4 equals 90. So it actually ends up getting this equation right here, which means that one is also not an option because it's also a correct form of the equation. Even if it's not solved all the way down, that's okay. So now let's take a look what we got. We actually can figure out the answer right away now. If I look at one of my other options, I have 50 plus 6x plus 4 equals 40. Well, if I look at my problem that I have right here, it has the same thing on the left-hand side, but they have 40 and I have 90. There's no way I can get it to equal 40 with what I've got. It's just not going to happen. Really what they're saying is these two these two angles right here make 40 degrees together. That doesn't even make sense because one of them is 50. So obviously it can't be that one. So that is the answer. That is the one that is not correct. I do want to show how you would get to this last one. If you wanted to get 6x plus 4 by itself, let's just move the 50 over, kind of like how we did with the 90. And you will indeed get that 6x plus 4 should be equal to 40. So in other words, this angle right here should equal 40 degrees. That's what they're basically telling you. You can also kind of use the triangle to help you with this one. You can reason with what they give you. They told you 6x plus 4 plus 50 equals 90. Well, these two angles together should equal 90 degrees because this one's already 90. It's already taken up that many degrees. So kind of a way to look through that to help you process and eliminate some of those options there. So let's go down to 8 and 9, hopefully a little bit easier to work with. Number 8, all you're doing is picking the correct equation that solves for x. So a lot easier than number 7, I think. They give you 2 of the angles already, which is awesome. So I'm going to start my blanks. Blank plus blank plus blank equals 180. Already got 2 of them filled in. 51 plus x. X plus 84. So now I got to figure out the last one. Well, this angle and this angle are what kind of angles? They're not next to each other, so they're not linear. They're diagonals from each other, so they are vertical angles. If you don't remember, vertical angles are actually equal to each other, which means if this is 63, so is this. So that angle, our third angle inside the triangle, is 63 degrees. So there's my missing spot. So take a look at our equations. Which one of those correctly models how to solve for x? Well, they actually have exactly what we wrote here for option C, and it even equals 180, which is exactly what we want. Number 9, finally, we're actually going to be solving the equation. We're going to get what x is by itself. So I have blank plus blank plus blank equals 180. And I've got my 3 angles already written for me. So I have 9x plus 1 plus 90 plus 14x minus 3. So this is going to be a little bit more algebra we have to deal with, but nothing beyond our capabilities. First things first, let's start by combining some like terms. I've got 9x and 14x. Those both have x attached to them. So 9x and 14x together make 23x. And then I've also got positive 1, positive 90, and negative 3. Those can all be put together. Well, 1 plus 90 is 91. 91 minus 3 is 88. So that would go there. And then we still have the equals 180 on the other side. So stuff has definitely gotten shrunk down a little bit there by combining like terms. Next, let's start by getting x by itself. I don't want to deal with the thing that's directly attached to x quite yet. So let's move the 88 over. Now we're left with 23x equals 92. Had to do a little mental math there. Last step, divide by 23 on both sides. And we should get that x equals 4. Nice whole number. Now, I don't see multiple choice on mine. If it is on yours, awesome. If not, good practice to have a short answer type question anyway. But either way, you should get that x is 4 for that one. So that is problems number 7, 8, and 9.